Okay, this is going to be a quick video to show you how to use the subscribe URL in Email It to collect email addresses. Email It is one of the cheapest ways to collect emails and send out campaigns. But at the time of making this video, they do not have a form to collect these emails, so you do need to use webhooks to do it. I battled to get it sorted out myself. There's a lot of documentation, but using webhooks for the first time is not as simple as it seems, so I've made a quick video to show you how to do it yourself. I'll have links to the software that I use below. Email It. Email It is currently running a promotion where you can pay $39 to get 20,000 email credits every month. So these will just keep renewing every month for the lifetime of the product without ever paying again. You can also pay $59 and get 50,000 email credits, or $159 for 100,000 credits. And these just keep increasing as you go up in tiers, up to a maximum of 1 million email credits, meaning that you wouldn't have to pay monthly subscription fees in order to have your email list continue growing. So at the moment, there's a very, very good deal running. I've taken advantage of it myself. They will have forms by the end of the year, but in the meantime, if you want to take advantage of the deal and start collecting emails, this is the easiest and fastest way to do it. Let's jump straight into the video. We're going to use Contact Form 7 to collect email addresses. We'll send it to the webhook, and then from the webhook, it will be sent to Email It. So let's start with Contact Form 7. This is a free WordPress plugin. You can use a different plugin on WordPress, or if you're using a different platform, you can use a different form. However, I obviously can't make videos for every single option available, so I'll just do it this form, which is the easiest way that I have found to set up. So if you're on WordPress, you can follow along. So I'll search for Contact Form 7 in Plugins and install it and activate it. Okay. And next, I'm going to add the CF7 to Webhook plugin. With the normal Contact Form 7, it's only used to send emails. So if we want to send the information from the form to a webhook, we're going to need this other plugin. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is create a new form. As you see, with the new form, it's got options for the text to be filled in, like your name, your email, and the subject and a message. I'm going to give you some code that you can just paste to replace it with the options that you'll need for Email It. When we paste in the new information, what it's going to do is replace the boxes. Each one of these is a different box and identifier. So, for instance, the first one says text, so it's going to be text information, and the identifier is called your name. Okay. So the first thing, I'm going to show you the documentation where it shows you the information that we need, which is going to be email, first name, and last name. Those are the boxes and the identifiers that we need in order for Email It to be able to understand the information that it's receiving. Email, first name, last name. And I'm just going to take this code that I will provide in the description as well and copy it in. And now it's saying that you're collecting an email, and the identifier is email. We're collecting text, the identifier is first name, and we're collecting more text, that identifier will be last name. That matches the identifiers that are accepted by Email It. I'm going to save that, and because we've changed an identifier, it's going to make this invalid in the next tab, because it's still looking for the identifier your email instead of email. So I'm just going to change that to email. Okay, now this webhook tab wouldn't have been available without the second plugin that we added. So I'm going to jump to it. And it's going to show here that we need a webhook URL in order to set this up. So I'm going to jump to the webhook service that I'm going to use today. This is Taskade. This is one of the cheapest options that I've found for webhooks. So the free version does not have webhooks included, but they have a pro version for $10 a month that doesn't give any fixed limits on how many automations you can do or how many times you can use the webhook. Another reason that I like Taskade is that its main function is for AI agents. So if I jump in here, I have full access to ChatGPT, and I can create agents that can do work for me. So if you look at the featured agents, I can instantly create a marketer, a writing editor, customer support person, researcher, or I can use generative AI to create my own agent. Just say exactly what I need done, and it can create a staff member to deal with things in my business that I don't have time to do. They've also got an AI Teams function where you can take each one of the agents that you've created and you can put them together into a team. So you could have an agent that writes content for you, and then you would have an agent that is going to edit the content for you or proofread it for you or post it for you. So you can give each agent one specific thing or a few small specific things and make sure that they do it as best they can without getting confused. They then pass on information to the next agent who's going to continue the process. This allows you to make a large network of staff that can work for your small business. So for $10, I think that's a pretty good deal. It's got other automations that are all pre-made that you can instantly set up to have Taskade complete tasks for you. But we're not going to look at any of that. We just want to focus on connecting our contact form to email it. Okay, so we're going to get started. First thing we do is jump to automations and click Start from Scratch. Okay, we just need to add a trigger. So the trigger we'll search for is Webhook. Then you'll choose the top option under Webhook, not articles. That would be our trigger to start the automation. And then we'll add what action that trigger needs to do. We'll just go here, go down, and look for Send HTTP Request. Click on the first option. Okay, and then there's just a few pieces of information that need to be filled in that we can find on the email it documentation. The first part is all the first information that needs to go in first. The second part is all our headers. So that's going to be send HTTP request. The method is going to be post. And for the URL, we will just need to go to email it, go to audiences, choose our audience, and then click on subscribe URL. And that will give us the URL that we need to paste into this box. Okay. Then we need to add two headers in. There needs to be a key and a value. So we'll create a new item and we'll copy authorization and paste that in and go back. And the second part is bearer API key. Okay, so we'll paste that in. However, the actual API key needs to be one that we create. So go back to email it and click on credentials and choose add credential. And just type in a name here, choose API option and hit create. Okay, this will give you the API key. You'll create a new one for each time you want to add something. And this API key is only shown once. Once you close this, you won't be able to see it again. So make sure you copy it or you'll just need to create a new one. Then we will just copy that API key, head back to Taskade and paste it in. Okay, and then the next header is content type. We'll copy content type, paste that in, head back, copy application JSON and paste that in as well. And that's our headers done. Lastly, all we need to go to request body type and choose raw data. And here it says use the @ symbol for variables. So I'm going to type @ and it gives me response body raw as an option. I'm going to choose that and that's all done. That's going to pull the raw data from contact form 7 because we've already set it up in a way that email it can understand the information. So we'll save that and activate it. All right, if you click on the first option again under Webhook, you'll see a URL and that is the information we need for our contact form. So if we head over here in contact form 7, we paste that code, choose send to Webhook and click save. Now all we need to do is just copy the shortcode here, paste into a new page and publish it to create our form. And then when you view that form, you'll just punch in an email address, a first name and a last name and hit submit. And if we head back to our audience and refresh it, you'll see that it's been added. So that is how you can subscribe new emails to your email list using webhooks. You'll find links to all the tools I've used in the description below.